Morning, everybody. Welcome back. Today I'm sporting Philly for my girl from Philly. She liked me to have the shirt that said Philly instead of Philadelphia on it. That's what I got. I liked it too. Anyway, we got stuff to talk about today. Now, last night, and it was around 10 o'clock last night that I caught this, okay? I didn't do much research into it before I even threw it out there, but I was so excited that I did that. Now, I got a video. Watch this.
Gypsy Rose was kicked off of Cameo. Now, she tried to join a year and a half ago, and after an investigation and people writing in, they decided not to let her on the platform. So how is she on now? Giving young girls advice, charging $149 for videos, for advice on how to handle your mother not liking your...
That's for who hadn't catched the one that I put out last night. It said Gypsy was kicked off Cameo. Okay? Now, I had whoa, sorry, I kicked my camera. I had a lot of people coming into the comments saying, why? Because there's nothing in the not copyright, what do you call that? In the section where you're allowed or not allowed. It doesn't say anything about being felon. It doesn't say anything about stuff like that. But apparently somebody in my comments said this. So apparently it was because Gypsy gave somebody some kind of advice that she wasn't allowed to do. It wasn't in her jurisdiction to do something like that. She's not a doctor. She's not a therapist. And she's giving out advice like that to people. Compared to her background, do you think she has the gall to give somebody advice after all the shit that she's done? Seriously? That pisses me off. That pisses me off more than probably the fake pregnancy pisses me off. And you know how that pisses me off. But when she goes out and gives somebody advice for depression, for, I don't know, anything, anything. How they deal with their mother. Biggest one. What do you think? I'd have her kicked off too. So I think that's the reason that she got kicked off Cameo. And if it's another reason, and I'll find out, I will definitely post it. But in my opinion, I think that's the one. Okay? Now, I have a great viewer. Oh my God. And I'm sorry, I tried to look for your name in my comments and I couldn't find it. But you know who you are. She sent me this video that was by Justice Junction. Now, I think Justice Junction got it from Lady. I'm not sure. Positive. But here's the video anyway. We're going to talk about it. Now, that's the video I wanted. The one with her going to the hospital with Christy the first time. When Christy is the one that tells Ryan tells Ken that he's going to be a daddy. Why Christy? If I were Gypsy and I was pregnant and wanting to be pregnant all my life, would you want somebody else telling the guy that he's the daddy or he's going to be a daddy? And she's just sitting there on the bed scrolling through her phone like, yeah, yeah. Like, so fake. It is so fake. And that's why I wanted that video, because that video alone tells so much. Now, they get the nurse to try to do, even though they said they weren't going to do an ultrasound that day, but they end up doing an ultrasound that day, which is another sus, okay? She gets in there with the little, ultrasoundy thing on your tummy and finds nothing. Zero. Now, they say, oh, it could be too early. We just didn't catch it. I'm sorry. But I've been to the doctor while pregnant, and my doctor detected a heartbeat. I think I was 6 weeks. She would have been beyond that at this point. They would have detected a heartbeat, if nothing else. All you see is a little pulse. That's it. Tiny little speck. It's pulse. That's a heart. Nothing. They saw nothing. And that's why I find that video so important in my quest to say she was never pregnant. Now, a lot of people are saying that she could have been pregnant and she lost it. Granted, I will say that, but I can't prove that. I can't prove that she lost the baby. So I'm having so much proof that she never had a baby, period. She was never pregnant. I have so much proof there. Even though she sent Ryan pregnancy tests a month after she left him. And at that point, she was telling divorced people she wasn't pregnant. Y'all seen that in my last video. It says in the court TV document, she told divorce lawyers or the divorce court, she was not pregnant. But 1 month after leaving Ryan, she's showing him positive pregnancy tests. That's still lying. Even if that was a true one and she lost it, it's still lying. It's still lying. And why would she be sending him positive pregnancy tests a month after she left him when she took the morning after pill, or you know what they call it, right? The Plan B pill. I think just days after she left him, she took that pill. But 1 month later, she's sending him pregnancy tests, telling him she doesn't know who the daddy is. Like, what the hell? To me, that's just next level deception. It's next level deception. She was trying to put Ryan in a spot in her narrative that she needed him to be. And Ryan, being Ryan, fell for it. So he's stuck in that narrative. Now, it didn't matter what the outcome was. He wasn't going to break character. He's going to defend Gypsy till the day he dies. That's all. That's all we can say. Now, I do have a clip of Ryan's live. It's like 5 minutes long. I'm not going to put it in this video. If you guys want to see it in a separate clip, I will do that. But I know a lot of you don't care for Ryan, so, why bother? But I do have another one of, what's her name? Dreamer Nightmare, talking about some chick. And I'm not going to put that one in there either, because whoever made the video made it with a bunch of fart sounds. It's funny, yes, but, if you want me to post it, I'll post it, but I'm not going to put it in this video. This video is just about what I was saying about that false pregnancy thing, okay? And I'm going to leave it at that for now. Now, I also heard about Totty and her situation, and I'm so sorry that happened to her. I'm, like, devastated for her. I've kind of been down that road before with somebody who was a lot like Gypsy and actually did stuff to herself and told everybody I did it. And I got fired. And I couldn't prove that she did it to herself, because she always did it before people came into work. We were always the first two there. So when people started coming in, she would say, oh, why is this like this? Well, who did that like that? Well, she said I did it. I couldn't prove anything, so I got fired. Mad as hell. I walked out of that place with everything I own, even the tape gun. I don't care. But, I mean, I liked the job. It was okay, but it wasn't like my dream job or anything. So I was like, whatever, I'll just get another job, which I did, right? And at that point, I was also living in a different province that only, well, not only, but 90% of it only French. And I didn't know any French. I learned enough to get jobs where I needed to, because I worked in an industry where I knew what things were called. So when I heard them in French, it hit, So a guillotine is a knife, right? A box is a what? right? I mean, it's easy to connect them if you really try and if you're doing it day by day. So, and that's what I did, and I did it for 13 years. But I never learned enough to have a conversation with anybody. Don't ask me why I couldn't do that. It just wouldn't hit home for me. But anyway, I'm not in that province anymore. I haven't been for a long, long time. But it brings back memories when I heard about Totty's situation. So I'm very sorry that happened to her, and I'm not sure. She doesn't know if it happened from people online or if it was people from her job or what, or both, or, who knows. But I hope she does get to the bottom of this, and I hope she fights it to the bitter end. I really do, because she has a case. She was not at work at the time they said that she did what they said she did. So prove she was there. That's all they got to do. They got cameras everywhere. Prove she was there, right? I think she's got a case. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great Sunday, and everything is views, my thoughts, opinions, and or alleged. And goodbye.